Oh, hallelujah. Mbalamusiza nnyo abaggalwa ba Katonda. Bayibuli kye kigambo kya Katonda. Kigambo kya Katonda kyajja gye tuli tusobole okumanya kiki tuli eri Katonda na butya Katonda bw'atwagala. Olwaleero ngabanireko awamu nammwe ku lwaki olunaku lw'okusinza lwakyusibwa ne ludda okuba nti luli ku lunaku lwa Sande ne luba ku lunaku lwe twandiyise olwa Sabato oba the Sabbath day. I'm sorry. I think let's discuss this on the language that most of us will hear and share, and that is probably English. I really salute each and every soul that acknowledges that Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. I love you so much, and I am really grateful of whoever acknowledges that. The pinpointing point right now that I want to share up together with you guys is about how, when, and who changed the day of worship from the Sabbath to the first day of the week, and that is the Sunday. There are many points depending on how every one of us sees it. Actually, most of us, every one of us, we see it in a very different view, of which I will not disagree with any, however, in any way. I would rather agree with you, but I forwarded this for us to have something to learn here. The Bible states right from the beginning, God created upon God's creation from day one to the last day, that was the sixth day, which was a Friday. Which was which we knew as actually the sixth day is when God finished all the work, and the seventh day God rested. Now, when we look at the foundation of categorically religion, we see God rested on the last day of the week, which was a Saturday, according to calendar reading. Now, which means every believer who believes and trusts in God was supposed to rest on that day and worship on that day. And now, how comes that the day came to change to be on the first day of the week according to the calendar or international calendar that we have? I want us to go slow here. In ancient days, in the days of the Roman rule around the world, mostly that was around Europe, Africa, Asia, middle part of Asia, that is Middle East. The Roman Empire had its own belief, the God they believed in, titled, just as we can say, Christianitism. They had what they called Mithraism. Actually, now, Mithraism is or this was a belief that these people under the Roman rule and the Greeks, they had a belief in worship of the sun. And they had specific days, or a specific day they used to worship and honor the sun. Now, the only religion that they were competing over with, that seemed to be growing heavier and faster, was Christianity and Judaism. Now, of course, as Judaism were meant and known for keeping the Sabbath, the laws of Moses, or the Mosaic laws, meaning whoever thought of believing or matching with them on some direction, they or he had to accept and worship according to the worship they were worshiping. That is, keeping the Sabbath holy. But now, because the Roman Empire did not accept that, did not agree with that, and apart from even the Roman Empire, the Greeks, including the great Parthians, did not apprehend with that. They did not accept to worship what the Judees were worshiping. Now, they had to sit down and comprehend with the Judaism worship, of which they could not leave their pagan way of worshiping, that is Miraism. Miraism, quoting some rules and laws of Miraism, combine them with the Judaism in order to form alliance, or to coordinate, or in fact, I don't know if we are understanding one another. Now, one of the things that were aligned, that were proposed and later on enforced, one, the most important, was the day. Because now, Miraism, their day of the cult day was a Sunday. Judaism worship day was Saturday. So they disagreed or agreed upon the day turning to Sunday. That's how the Advent. That's how the Advent gets a bit confused and lost, and that's where the arguments arise from. Now, the day shifts to a Sunday because of the geopolitical interests and powers that were at that time ruling. Roman Empire was ruling over all that area: Europe, Africa, Middle East. So by the enforcement of and by the command under Roman Empire, the worship day turned to Sunday. I hope here we come to understand how they changed. It was not Jesus who changed. It was not a certain sort of who changed. It was changed under a geopolitical force. And that was a belief that was driven by Roman Empire. Because Romans were the one ruling over Judea by that time. Thanks.